This recording is going to cover completing the career key, which will help you come up with your Holland code. The purpose of determining your Holland code is so that you can match your needs, values, abilities, interests, and aspirations with your occupation. The first step is found on page 2. On page 2, you will rate each of the statements on this page. You will put a 2 if you believe the statement is very true of you. You will put a 1 if you think that statement is mostly true of you. If that statement doesn't describe you at all, then you will put a 0. So read each statement and then determine how much like you it is. Very much like you, put a 2. A little like you, a 1, and not at all like you, a 0. After you've rated each of the statements, you will get a total for each group. So total up all of the lines found under the R. Then total up all of the lines found under the A. Total up all of the lines found under the I. And total up all the lines found under the S. Then at the bottom of the page, the same thing with all the lines under the E and all of the lines under the C. You will transfer this information to the bottom of page 3. Next, you will look at appealing occupations. You will read each occupation, and if that occupation is a definite interest or attracts you, put a 2. If it's an occupation that you see maybe a potential interest, put a number 1. And if you are undecided about something or sure it does not suit you or is not interesting, put a 0. Now, after you've rated each of the occupations, you will total for the same categories like we did on page 2. So you will first go through and add up the number that you put on each of the lines that have an R to the left of that line. Then you will go through and add up all of the numbers for the lines that have an S to the left of them. Then in column 2, you will add up the numbers next to each line that has an I next to it, and then add up all of the numbers next to the line that has an E next to it. Then you follow that process in column 3, add up all the numbers on the lines with an A to the left of it, and then add up all the numbers on the line with a C next to it. You will transfer these totals to the bottom of this page. The first line you will use and put the totals from page 2. So the total for your R group, I, A, S, E, and then C. Line 2 is for your totals from this page. So put the total from your R, then I, then A, then S, then E, and C. The last part of this step of the process is to total your R's. So add up the number from line 1 plus line 2 to get your total on line 3. You will repeat this process for your I category, A category, S, E, and C. Next, we will transfer these totals from line 3 to the 4th page. On the 4th page, you will take the total and chart it on this graph. And then you will actually color in or shade up to the line for that total. And this would look like a key cutout, and it will give you your Holland code. According to Dr. Holland, there are 6 types of people: realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, and conventional. The highest score that you have tells the personality type that you are most like. In your in-class activity, you will look at careers that go along with your personality type. So please complete your career code prior to your next class meeting.